Hello, everybody. Welcome to the holiday special of Market Moves. I'm Jason, the Wizard of Ops, and with me, as always, is Jay, aka Dark Matter. Jay, how was your winter solstice weekend?
You know what? I had a great weekend. We had the kids' basketball tournament this week. So for me, it was just a lot of basketball, watch my kids play basketball and get ready for this week then. So how was your
Nice.
weekend?
Oh, I mean, we did. Took a trip up to New Jersey and got visited the family and then came home. So we
Hey,
spent Christmas at home. So yeah, so it was good. It was a good weekend. It was good to see my family. Met my new niece. So
oh, nice. Nice. Well, that's good for you. You saw a little kiddo then. Yeah.
yeah, saw a baby and realized I don't miss that so much. So let's go to
You don't miss diapers, is what you're saying.
diapers. You know what? It's not the diapers. Diapers are okay. It's the she needs to sleep but isn't sleeping kind of thing, or the like, hey, I'm hungry but I can't eat dinner because I'm putting this kid to sleep, or
That's right. That's right. That's
part of
right.
being
That's right.
parents, everyone.
That's right. Well, let's jump
Oh,
in. I
yeah,
know you've
somebody.
got an
Here's my
action-packed.
big Santa stocking. That's if this was a sock, I would have some serious problems. I'd probably visit a thing, but it's our stocking cap. Stocking cap. I actually had to like
Very,
put it over my arm when I'm typing. So
you're like holding it like
I
this.
am like a waiter.
That's right.
All right, Jay, go for it. Let's hear what you got to say.
Yeah, well, let's maybe just quickly do a recap of last week. So we talked about 6,700 last week, and that came right into our zone here during OPEX, right? Nice rolling of contracts, sold the market right down into that. I think we were about 10 points off, to be quite honest. It was an overnight action. I mean, the SPX closed near 6,720 on one of those days.
Yeah.
And then overnight, we pulled and dragged down a little bit more, towards that 6,700. And that was like a springboard, right? Once we hit that, and I think it was that day as well when we came into the morning, the position started shifting. Customers started buying a bunch of puts, right? And we just used that springboard and just started to push up, right? And getting as high as, closing the week there around, 68.40. And then, I kind of mentioned you get above 68.25, that was the flip for me again, right? That you take over 68.25, you're going to start pushing up, right? So my runners hit, overnight. So that was amazing. Got to close those out. Now I can just maybe relax this week a little bit. If there's a good opportunity in the daytime, I will take that trade. But I mean, played off to the tee. What do you think? Thoughts?
Yeah, no, I mean, so for me, I thought we were going to test 6,700. I think, test doesn't mean hit, but, so maybe I'll get into, semantics or whatever. But, we got close. And, I was saying that at 6,900. So if you didn't make money on that, I don't know what you're doing. But,
That's right.
but on Wednesday in particular, that's when we started to see the expected, like the annual flows in December. Usually you get the annual hedging for next December. And that's kind of how Santa rallies are made, right? The other thing too is in January, we saw a lot of put buying in January. And I think part of that may be because when you go on X or you go on a lot of these, particularly like macro kind of shows, you hear a lot of people saying, oh, we're going to tank in January, which maybe, but I'm just saying that people have protected themselves for January. Kind of like how we had to test 6,700 to really get the Santa rally. I think that we may be testing and or surpassing all-time highs to usher in any kind of downside because of that paradigm shift on Wednesday. So, I mean, markets change all the time. You kind of have to be nimble. And if you're following my free Substacks, even we're very, you could tell I'm very nimble. I'm bullish one day and bearish the next. And that Wednesday, when I saw that increase in aggregate Vanna, I became short term anyway, very bullish. I'm not bullish in the long term or even in the intermediate term. I do think we will see a downturn next year, but at least for now, I think this is I'm pretty I'm bullish for at least till the end of the year.
I think the end of the year is going to set up pretty nicely here, and I think just looking at the data, we'll jump into here a little bit. Like all-time highs are, it's not that far away now, obviously,
Right.
but holding that 6,700, retaking 6,800, right? And even this week, if we continue to push and hold above 6,800, like that's really positive for the bulls, right? They're constructively consolidating and so forth. So I honestly think, I'm with you. I think next year is going to be extremely volatile, meaning whipsaw action. And we're not talking about like a 50-point week going up and down. We're talking about maybe a couple hundred points within a week of volatility. So I think, come January, my just time frame is I'm looking at February, especially as we go into, after the earnings of Q4, right? Right now, the markets are predicting companies are going to make more money and have more earnings for next year, right? And so I think maybe there's an adjustment period that might happen after Q4 earnings, but that's what I'm kind of looking out for, at least for the next, call it downturn in the market here after holding last week's magical level that we called out of 6,700. So yeah, I'm aligned with you there.
Yeah, and
all
it's
right.
kind of funny too because I mean, some people are like, I'm, joining like the masses or something with becoming bullish, but at 6,900, I wasn't bullish. Now at 6,725, I'm saying all time highs. It's it's a little bit different. A little bit different.
A little. You don't want to be stuck down 20 or 30% in your position. You'd rather start at zero and grow it from there. So I get it. Well, let's jump into this week. First of all, happy holidays to everyone. This is a shortened week, obviously, with the Christmas holiday this week and other holidays as well. But for us, Wednesday is going to be a shortened trading day. And then come Thursday, obviously, futures will be open. Futures will be open, but the regular stock market will not be open. And I think futures close a little bit early as well. So if you are writing options, just a heads up on that. All right, let's jump into the trade plan. So as you could expect, this week's weekly expected move, the options market is expecting about 68.73 points. I won't say Mitch's favorite number there. I'll take that off of the YouTube channels, but we do have one event catalyst, which is tomorrow. We've got durable goods orders and then our GDP growth year over year. So again, if they cancel these news events, that's not on me. That's what, it's weird right now that I'm looking forward to next year, Wiz, where our calendar of economic events will be normalized. But I'll quickly pause. Any thoughts on, the expected move or at least any event catalyst for this week?
It kind of makes sense. I mean, it's supposed to be a, low trading environment. We're going to have a day off. So, I mean, last week with CPI and everything, I think we were at like 80 or like 90 or so, which was actually higher than the week of FOMC. So I was like, the whole reason why inflation is a big deal is because of FOMC, and FOMC itself is less volatile than that. Anyway. Hey, you guys make the ranges, not me.
That's right. Well, speaking of that range, so I mean, even going into last week, I mentioned this to a few readers who had reached out to me, but for me, flipping 68.45 was critical. And if you kind of noticed, or if you didn't, in futures action, we actually gapped above 68.45, We've held that, that level on multiple occasions now in futures actions so far. So to me on the week, I should say 68.50, 45, that's essentially my flip there. We continue to hold that. I would be shocked if we don't get to all-time highs by the end of this week or the end of the year, is what I meant there. But I think we're on a trajectory of pushing up higher here to retest at least 6,900 here. But in terms of those key levels, 45 we mentioned, this was kind of like the dealer pivot is what I'll call it, is my just internal words here, where if you start to see that level hold, there'd either be delta buying, positive Vanna potentially, and obviously a little bit more positive gamma as well. So we don't have as much whipsaw action. So we'll take a look at that. Above 45, 68.60, magically it hit right on the T there in overnight action. And we held basically for the most part up until about a half hour ago between these two levels here. And, next up is we'll start to chase here a little bit of Vanna at 68.80 with volatility kind of compressing. So my bias on the week here is essentially we're going to go test 6,900 as long as we're above 68.45, and then we get above the 68.60, which we are now. I'll pause and I'll pull up Volland here for you as well. Wiz, your thoughts?
Yeah, I think if you go, you could go on all expirations, but if you go to January expiration, for me, 69.75 is that pit in Vanna. Yeah, right there. Like that's 7,000. Like right below it is 68.75. To me, that's when we start slowing down. I think we'll probably get up. That's like my target for the end of the year. It doesn't mean we'll hit it necessarily, but I think we could definitely push 68.75 and maybe even 7,000 before January OPEX, and then I think a retrace. It could be we could be due for a retrace when that happens. So I'm kind of excited to see the market get up there. I do have like trades for getting up there, but I'm more excited for the downturn from those levels between around 69.75 is my big target.
Yeah, and I think even if you take a look at this week as well, let's just kind of zoom in. There's a lot of negative Vanna up in here as we start to crawl above 68.60. And if you also take a look at your gamma here as well, this, like look at that. So we are starting to just a little bit of supportive, just a little bit, right? So this did change quite a bit overnight. I will admit that when I saw it from yesterday to now. But that's pretty supportive here, unless volatility cracks us over the head and Trump decides to do something here on the week of Christmas. But we are going to start entering some negative gamma at these levels here. So it's not going to be smooth sailing. It'll look like it will sell. They'll find a level, it'll hold, and then start to push back up, right? So just keep that in mind as well. But if we take a look at, I think at one point in time, for the first time in quite a while, we saw some positive Vanna on the exposure as well, the total notional on the weekly, right? And we're not quite there yet, but that was a little bit promising. And I think that's when we saw last week that turn, right, where we start to get a little bit of positive Vanna. So we're not quite there yet, but you can clearly even see here on the weekly, right? It's going to take a lot. If we do get a sell, let's say there is some rando Trump thing, 6,800 is pretty supportive. And I would even go as so far as to say even 68.25, they'll start to build a position there if we are to see it. But any thoughts on support levels to the downside, Wiz?
So negative Vanna is typically a bearish thing, but when you have negative gamma above and aggregate Vanna is improving, those negative Vannas, as they fall, they become positive. So it kind of feeds on itself as it goes up. And that's why we're looking at kind of a rally, a Santa rally, even though there's large negative Vanna above.
Yep. Beautiful.
It's also why I see the retrace because of that negative gamma. Once you hit that positive gamma, and then you kind of like start hitting a little bit of resistance, then
Yeah.
that's when you usually probably hang around there for a little while and then sell off. So timing is always hard, but that's a good it's a good way to visualize, I guess, when you're looking at these exposure charts, how to trade.
Yeah. Well, and we do also have like the end of the quarter or the end of the month, whatever, on December 31st, right? So that will be a big kind of quarterly options expiration to keep an eye on. Obviously, the JPM collar trade is also traded during that time frame. So there is one more positioning, I think, and that's why I'm not quite declarative yet. I want to see how that positioning at the end of the year kind of nets out, and then we can kind of see here, really start to make a game plan, in my opinion, of how these positions shift and change. And I'm with you. Like, this is like, I'm not going to be putting my whole portfolio riding long SPX at this point in time. You had your short term, buy there at 6,700, so ride that wave. But as you start to get above 6,900, right? It's just a game of volatility there that can bring you down, right? So one news event potentially, but I'm with you, Wiz, 100% there with you, kind of from a long-term vision as well.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's keep going through this. So we talked about this week's plan. So just 0 DTE today. I mean, we hit kind of like the top range of what I thought our 0 DTE was. This was before the overnight futures updated. I did not even trade futures. I hit my level, then I was like, great, I'm out. I got to drive back from Pennsylvania. This is great. I'll sleep tonight. So that's what I did. I mean, so you broke above 68.60. So naturally, on a higher time frame, we're now chasing 68.60 here, 75 roughly. So that's what I'm looking for intraday, is for us to hit that level. I think you're going to continue to find support above 68.50 or 45 here. So if you do find a dip to buy below, that's going to be it. Otherwise, I wouldn't be shocked if this thing just keeps pushing up. At least not today, but throughout the week, we'll probably consolidate here midday. But that's my thoughts intraday as well. And then if you want to kind of see those higher time frame levels, they are here. And obviously, I think the VIX is slowly dying a slow death here this week. Below 1750 was key for me on the VIX. We continue to push below that. That's VIX futures. We're going to keep pushing up. And so we're about to test this support level here, and I think we will intraday. And then I think if you want further bullishness, you got to get below 1690. So that's my trade plan, I guess. And obviously we have trade ideas here in the Discord and Volland for our subs. But again, date and timestamp, this is not magically derived this morning. We did this yesterday at noon. So the Volland data, as always, is great, Wiz.
Yeah, thank you. We do our best. All right. Here, before I guess we get to the holiday portion of our show, Roger is asking how we make a vol thesis to combine with the Vanna positioning. And if you use the vol plane or anything like that in Volland, what exactly are you looking at to build a thesis? So, Jay, bring up our 3D vol plane. This is a new thing that we just released. We had the idea prior to the vendor event. We have vol events and vendor events here.
There we go.
So before we had the vendor event, I will be doing a video on this probably over the Christmas break because it is different. Here, make it maximized. This is the fixed price vol plane. So each one of those stripes is a that is all a different expiration. And the colors are a change in the Greek volatility. So you pick Vanna, it's a change in Vanna. It also has the absolute. So like you can look at it, see the absolute level of Vanna, Vega, whatever, and then you could switch it to relative, and it's the change from yesterday in Vanna, whatever. You could also filter down expiries. Like here in SPX, you see, I can't see the 0 DTE thing because it's all cluttered with everything else. You can down select expiries, and you can see just the dots of those. So we're not making any presumptions on options that don't exist on here. Like, anywhere between expirations and between strikes, we're not trying to guess the implied volatility there. You see a lot of those flat lines right there. That's delta is under 1. We're not going to plot that, primarily because it goes through the roof, because it just assumes it's 0.05, 0.5 cents, and implied volatility of a half a penny option at 1,000 on 0 DTE makes it sound like implied volatility is very high, but you can't execute anything. So this is that's the general overview of what we have here. I always look at the vol plane, because if I'm noticing, especially on the I guess it's the y-axis with the value of implied volatility on that axis, if I'm noticing that that's decreasing, then that's showing me that Vanna is going to play out, or Vanna is going to be a strong source. And then I use gamma to determine, all right, how high are we going, or how strong are we going? And that's that's the relative Vanna on this chart would have told you, oh, we're shifting a paradigm here. We gotta, you gotta move something. So that's what we have. If you can't obviously you can't add up all the Vanna numbers here, but if you put next to it the Greek hedging values, which I think are available in Volland Insight, then it adds it all up for you. It kind of, so yes, that is how, Roger, that's how I use this particular widget. And that's how I make volatility determinations. So I'll do a video on it. I know it's a lot, but there's a lot of information on this one chart. So
good information too, I would say.
Yeah,
yes.
I gotta do a video on it. So all right. So I guess if there's no more questions, I would we could do our holiday portion, which is our holiday trivia game. Don't be worried if you get them wrong. This is a fun little trivia game. Some of the questions are a little bit more subjective than others. So Roger wants to know real quick, as he delays the Christmas game, how do we pick our expirations for options? Sorry to delay the Christmas game.
Well, he's sorry. So thank you for being sorry.
I always pick, when I look, as you look at Vanna going out, if I have January OPEX, I usually try to give a little bit of room in January OPEX. But basically it's the expirations. And most of the time as a swing trader, I'm trading monthlies. So, because that's where most of the traffic is. So a lot of times you'll hit your targets and stuff like that before monthly OPEX. I don't know, Jay, do you have, no, I mean, Jay doesn't trade options. He trades futures. So his expiration is today. He's muted now.
Should have unmuted myself. I was coughing there for a minute, but no, I mean, I do trade futures options, right? But again, for me, it's like 1 DTE, 0 DTE, or a weekly. So yes, right. You nailed that one.
All right. So now for our reindeer games. All right. This is trivia. If you guys get guys put your answers in the comments as we go through, and we will, whoever gets the most, maybe we'll see if we could get something for you. All right. Here we go. What's the highest level J, that's him, not me, can see us getting to this week? All right. He's got 6860, 6870, 6890, or 6900. All right. If you read that trade plan, you see where that top level is. Heard what he had to say. Go ahead, put your answers in the thing. Ooh, Trader 8866. I love seeing new names on here.
I love it too. It's great.
Yeah, we've got 178 people. I want 178 comments. Here we go. All right, Julian's picking D. We got some different answers here. Here we go.
Do I reveal it now?
3 seconds? No, yeah, we will in a minute. All right. All right, 5 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. 6,900. That's pretty accurate, right, Jay?
That's
That was
right.
the top
That's
level
right.
on his trade plan. That's the top level that he has listed on there. So Julian, Shale, and Rowe with 1 point each. All right. Question 2. What level do I think we can get to before the year is over? All right. 6,900, 6,925, 6,950, 6,975. Remember, it's a little different because his was weekend and mine is year end. So it's, I'm 2 weeks, but hey. What do you guys
Pretty
got?
aligned on this. We're pretty aligned on this number, right? So we
All right. So starting with Patel, that's question 2. Alvarado thinks 69.25. Roje think D 69.75. Shale, Queen, and Julian, we got to get some answer from you guys. You guys are tied for the lead. Shale Queen says B 69.25. What level can we get to before the year is over? All right. The correct answer. Patel throws D out. D, 69.75. Puts Roje in the lead. I did say we'll hit all-time highs before the end of the year. That's in my Substack, but I said we could get as high as 69.75, right? That's that divot in Vanna, right? All right. Yeah. Roje takes the lead with a 2-1-1. Now Patel joins in with a 2-1.
Love it.
All right. Here we go. Question number 3. Which vol hack shows when a vol event signal is active? Is it the quad screener, the extremes, the catalyst impact, or spot vol beta? All right. We'll see the first answer is after Patel's D. Which vol hack shows when a vol event signal is active? Shale says B, the extremes. Roje throws up a D, spot vol beta. Julian also, spot vol, D. Alvarado also throws up a D. I guess we're seeing a little bit of a pattern here. I didn't intend that.
The data guy sees a pattern.
Data guy's getting alarmed at his own patterns.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. Is there somebody that all right. We'll throw up the answer. D, spot vol beta. Sorry, Shale Queen. But everybody else gets a point. All right. There we go. Number 4. What is the first order Greek that determines the change in value of the option based on the underlying price?
It's a good one.
I'll give you a hint. It's not D. All right. Let's see. Patel was the last one. Roje throws up an A. Let's see. A Delta by Julian.
It's hard, like, to keep a poker face here. Like, I can't be like.
You can just go this one.
Yeah.
It's hard to point at it too. All right. Patel, let's see what you got. Patel is the last one that seems to be playing that hasn't given an answer. Come on, ChatGPT it. Hurry up. All right. And the answer is A Delta. All right. Well done. Everybody got that one right. That's a good one. Good one. All right. Question 5. Which Greek correlates to dealer contribution to increased or decreased volatility? Is that Delta, Gamma, Vanna, or Charm? Let's see what you guys get.
One of my favorite Greeks, too. So.
One of your favorite Greeks. I mean, like every time talk about your favorite things. All right, Roger throws up a B. I think everybody now is just waiting for Roger to answer and then repeating his answer as he's the leader in the clubhouse.
Oh, we got some dispersion here.
Patel
I like
throws
it.
up a delta. Let's see.
Love this.
We got B, C, and A.
Roger.
Roger's got to play some better things. Everybody, CC. All right. And the answer is Vanna. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Let's go back. Can we go back, Jill? Increase or decrease volatility. I thought the answer was gamma. I put gamma. Did I not? Gamma is increased or decreased volatility. Vanna is direction. I don't know. Should we cancel that one out?
I think you might, yeah. I was gonna say that you're also the way that the question is kind of put together there. That's the twist, right?
Yeah. All right, fine. I'll cancel that one out.
It was the question. I blame the quiz master here, Wiz. Trying to trick us all.
We'll cancel that one. I guess that the answer, I guess, could have been either way because Vanna does kind of contribute to volatility too. So, all right, scratch that one. Next one, number 6. Oh, number 7. Oh, this market move show is our blank show this year.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
by the way, I was not a part of any of these questions, so that I'm seeing them for the first time as well. And I'm like a kid here. Oh, wow, we have that many shows.
Yeah. I mean, while we're talking about this one, you guys put your answers down. For me, gamma, like negative gamma, it's increased volatility, permissiveness, right? And positive gamma is like support or resistance. So that's what I was thinking when I made that question. Vanna is more directional, but they do kind of like coincide a little bit, which is why Jexers even have a chance. It's like there is like an overlap a little bit, but yeah, I mean that's kind of the thing. Anyway, Shale Queen says B, Roger C, J Scott. Yeah.
I mean, I have to take a guess at this one too, because I don't know. So let me try. I'm going to go with B as well.
B. All right.
Yeah.
All right. The answer is our 46th.
Oh, wow. Holy crap, man. That is amazing. Holy shoot.
We've done this 46 times.
Yeah. It feels like the 10th time.
Unfortunately, Roger got it right again. How you guys have to catch up on these ones that are super hard. All right, next question. Where do you find intraday updates for Dark Matters trade plan? Is it A, on X, B, on Discord, C, in the YouTube comments, or D, on his phone? And right after this, if anybody answers D, I will private message you his phone number. So.
God. I'm taking away the dinner invite. Roger, killing me here.
Roger saying he would work for sure. All right, Ron, you got an answer, Ron? Jay Scott coming in. Who's it? Shell Queen. Oh, Patel. Oh, Patel's here. All right. The answer is B, the Volland Discord. Come into vollanddiscord.com. Accept the invite. Come on in. All right.
That's right.
Very helpful community, by the way. Everybody helps, which is good because I get busy during the day. So.
Well, I would just say there's no BS in the Discord. Like that's the great thing. No politics, no stupidity. I mean, there's specific channels if you want to go have that. But if you just want to talk trade, how to read Volland, this is the Discord. Like amazing traders in there.
Yeah, not only, and everybody, I mean, I would say most of the traders are pretty profitable and they're very helpful, but also like we're not like, there's no like sexist stuff and there's no hate even on like competitor. I mean, sometimes I hate concepts. I don't hate, it's like hate the sin, not the sinner kind of thing. So it's like I hate Jex, but if somebody like if somebody said something, and usually it's it's people that are we're very respectful as well. So I mean it's a good community. Everybody respects each other. So come on in and learn a little bit, right? Sure. All right. Number 9. What is our name for our trade planners in Volland Discord? Jay being one of them. A, the Genius Guys, which looks like alliteration, but it's not. B, the Whiz Kids, which is positioning pros or edge extractors. Whiz Kids is the only one on there without alliteration, and it's also the most creepy to me. Some of these Whiz Kids are older than me. Like,
that's what I was just gonna say. You learned how to have kids before you were born.
Yes, hint. It's not B. I would have nixed B a long time ago. All right, and the answer is D, the edge extractors. All right. Very good. Very good. Okay, next question. What is Dark Matter's favorite college football team? Is it A, Coach Prime's Colorado Buffaloes? B, C, and D, I don't know who the coach is, but anyway. B, Nebraska Cornhuskers. C, the Iowa Hot Guys. I think it's Hawkeyes. That is a great
great name.
That would be a great mascot, though.
I loved it.
That would be a fantastic mascot. So
it's like the Magic Mike.
D with Oklahoma. Iowa Hot Guys. All right. So Shell Queen comes up with B, Johannes with C, Roger with B. That Roger answering gives Alvarado and Patel and Shell gives everybody the green light. Jay Scott, you coming in?
That's not a real team. Jill, you made my day. Love it.
Iowa Hot Guys. I would love to see like the big head mascot of that.
That's
right. All right. Jay Scott throws up an A. The answer is the Nebraska Cornhuskers. He used to have that Nebraska thing behind his head for a while now. Now it's just those vertical lines.
Yeah, all one of the 30-some shows that I didn't realize we did.
All right, next question. Now, these ones are tougher. In Wiz's opinion, which is the worst Christmas song? I think it's more objectively the worst Christmas song, but hey, they still play it on the radio occasionally, and that's like to also be clear, all these choices, they all suck. But this one is one that I will turn the radio off for. Is it Alvin and the Chipmunks' Christmas Don't Be Late, Wham's Last Christmas, anyone singing Santa Baby, or I Saw Mommy Kissing Santa Claus by Michael Jackson? The one particular by Michael Jackson, one where he's 5, and that's creepy. It's creepier even before he became creepy. So Shell Queen throws up a B, Johannes with a C. Jay Scott throws C. Roger throws C. Man, anyone singing Santa Baby? Yeah, to be clear, C does suck. Yes. I agree. All these suck. Julian throws up a D. Who else is playing? Patel. Alvarado. See, this is your chance to catch up to Roger, people. All right, Alvarado. Nope, you threw up an answer, Roger. You can't take it back. This is like the SATs.
Once you fill in that bubble and turn it in, you're done.
The correct answer is A. If anybody can stand those chipmunk noises, they just grate on my ears. It is the worst. Alvarado.
I know what I'm going to be playing for background music tonight.
Alvarado, you and I, right? What do our kids do? Connection, or whatever. All right, next question. What will Wiz be drinking on Christmas evening? Is it A, Captain and Coke, B, Kraken and Coke, C, Bacardi and Coke, or D, eggnog? Oh, Johannes. I liked you until that. Johannes thinks I'll be drinking eggnog. Everybody, eggnog. Jay Scott with eggnog. Eggnog, D. I think now we're getting into groupthink or Roger. Roger leading the way. All right. Is that it? The answer is Kraken and Coke. People, I can't even drink eggnog and get sick. I think it's more of a discord. Like, I don't talk about it. I think like I barely ever drink, but I do like myself a Kraken and Coke. That dark rum and that's very good. Anyway. All right, next question. According to at least one of our children, yes, we asked, which of the following is the least liked gift Santa gives on Christmas? Jill asked the kids. I did not, because I thought this was pretty universal, but
it's always tough. Those are some good options there. I mean, the last one, I would hope no kid ever complains about that.
Right.
Who doesn't like getting chocolate, right?
Right.
But there was like the clothes I remember, like the rando sweatshirt that you'd never wear, or the sweater, right? You're like, oh man, I got another sweater. I got to figure out where to put it.
Oh, Johannes talks about the whip. That's our German guy talking about the Krampus right there. The Krampus song. Our kid played it again in the clarinet Christmas thing, and the lyrics are like horrifying. Like here, Santa gives you coal if you're naughty, but in Germany, the Krampus puts you in a sack and steals you for life. Like,
oh, jeez.
In Germany, you're subject to human trafficking. But here,
my gosh.
Anyway, let's see. Roger says C. B, toiletries. Who wants deodorant in their stocking? Mom, what are you telling me? Come on. Apparently somebody texting Jay to ask him what to do.
That's what it is actually my neighbor. we do this like morning. What do you see?
Oh.
And then I'm like, hey, dark matter promo code.
Man, come on. All right, next question. 3 of these are types of Christmas tree. Which one is a mathematician? Is it A, Douglas fir, B, Fraser fir, C, balsam fir, or D, Alfonso fir? C, balsam fir is a mathematician. According to Alvarado, he answered pretty quickly too.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Or she. I don't know. He or she. I didn't see their icons. I didn't know Alvarado was even a person. Maybe they're a robot for all I know.
All right, here we go. All right, D. We only got one more question after this one. Let's wait for Julian. Julian has answered all the questions.
Beep up.
Yeah. Hey, I just realized all these comments will give us like a huge engagement score, right?
Yeah.
It'll be on the top of everybody's list, and it'll be the most
right.
ridiculous show. We should. All right, and the answer is D. Alfonso Fur. Apparently, you know how hard it was to try to find somebody with the last name Fur? Anyway, all right. And the final question. In my opinion, again, I think this is more objective. But anyway, which tree decoration is absolutely the worst? Is it A, lights, B, garland, C, tinsel, or D, glass balls? Which one is the absolute worst? All right. We got everybody D, C, B. Man, this is a tough one. Roger throws up a C, Julian a D, and then a C. So I will say, or I guess, did everybody give their answer? All right, I guess everybody gave their answer. The answer to me is tinsel. It gets all over the place. Glass balls is pretty tough, though, if you hang them low and you got a toddler. Not a good idea. But, man, tinsel, it gets all over the place, especially you're trying to get it out of the door and you get all that silver junk all over, and then it's there all the way through like Easter, right? It's there until the summer. It's like confetti.
Yeah.
It's the worst. It's the absolute worst. But anyway.
True. Valid.
All right.
Fair whiz. I get it.
Roger, with the winner of the holiday special games. Thank you, Roger. Thank you, everybody, for participating. It was fun. I'm sure you learned a little bit about us. Thank you also for tuning in for all 46 of our episodes.
Which I had no clue that we did that many, so that's awesome.
We started it like early this year, but
yeah,
I don't even think we even missed a week. I think you missed a few weeks, but
I did. I missed 2. I know that I missed 2 for sure.
Yeah, we didn't even miss a week. So thank you, everybody. And happy trading. May Volland help you in your future trading ventures.